Every month I'm giving away a prize courtesy of Acertech Sim Sports. This month we're giving away a pair of Acertech Sim Sports Invicta sim racing boots worth $100. Stick around to the end of the video to learn how to win. Hey folks, welcome back to another track guide. This week we're at Suzuka. As always, we've got full race fuel. We're in normal racing temperatures and conditions, and we're using the fixed setup. Hope you find the guide useful. If you do, please do give it a like. Please do subscribe for more of this kind of thing. Have a great week of racing. I hope it goes really well, and hopefully I'll see you out there on the track. Cheers. Okay, so here's my breakdown of my 1 minute 58.197 here at Suzuka. We're in race conditions, we've got race fuel, and we're in the default setup, the sprint setup. So we're coming down to turn 1, and we're looking for this little access road on the left. And you'll notice I've already tipped the wheel into the right slightly, and I'm now going to start braking. I basically want to brake in a relatively straight line in towards the inside curb. And then we're going to straighten up again, and we're going to increase the braking further out towards the outside of the track. We're down to third, and we're turning in nicely, and we're almost out of the brakes. Now, I do come down to second here. You could keep it in third. I just find that extra bit of rotation here. If you leave the turn down to second gear till the last second, you don't really suffer too much with the kind of engine braking. We're going to start gunning up now, back up to third nice and quickly. We need to get the car all the way over to the right hand side, and we're going to lean in heavily. And we're watching the curbs here. Really tricky S's section. We really want to pick up the second halves of the curb, really attack them on each corner here. So we're out into the brakes briefly. We're attacking that second half of the curb, heavily into the gas, out of the gas to get the car to turn in, attacking that curb. And then on the final corner here, just as the dirt ends, I'm going to come out the gas, I'm going to brake really lightly. And you've got to be so patient around this corner. You have to wait. And then as the curb starts getting dirty again here, that's our cue to very, very gradually get back on the gas. And we need to be over the right hand side of the track here. So if you go on the gas too early and you end up too far over to the left, the rest of this sector is completely ruined. It's just not going to work. You need to sacrifice that last corner. Super important. So I'm dipping out of the accelerator here very briefly. and we're turning in, and we're back into the gas again quite quickly. We need to get the timing on this right, so the car really wants to rotate here. And we need to get tight to this inside curb. Very, very, very easy to run out of track here. Cold tyres, you need to be a lot more careful. So we're keeping the car nice and tight over to the left. You can keep it in fourth here. I like to go up to fifth. I don't like to sit on the rev limiter. And then by the kind of dirty patch of track before the 50 board, we're going to brake and we're going to bring the car down to fourth and really attack this right-hand curb. Gradually build up the gas for a small period of time. We need to make this as wide as we can and start our braking before, like a good car length or so before the end of this green overtrack here on the left-hand side. Now, ideally, I would have gotten to the gas a little bit stronger, a little bit sooner here, but we're reasonably in good shape. And we're heavily into top of the gas. Again, you can use a lot of the extra track here on the left-hand side. You have to go right over the white line before you get off track. Now we're coming down to the slowest section of track, the hairpin. After the end of the curb, we're going to start braking very, very heavily, full threshold braking. We're going to keep the car over to the right-hand side initially, and then we're going to turn in reasonably early. And the reason we're turning in here is because we're picking up a really nice bit of camber in the track. It's really going to help us stick. Now, I over-egged it here a little bit. I went a little bit too deep. I would have liked to have been tighter to the inside of the track. And building up the throttle nice and steadily on exit. Don't get past 70% throttle while the wheel's heavily rotated. Otherwise, you're going to suffer. And your tyres are going to suffer too. Going to keep the car nice and tight over to the right-hand side. We're coming down towards the spoon. One of the trickiest sections of track, I wager. So we're all the way up through fifth. And then we're looking for this access road on the right-hand side. That's our cue to start braking. We're going to come down to fourth initially. And then we're going to turn in. We've come out of the brake somewhat. We're turning in. We need to pick up this inside curb. And then by the time we reach the end of that inside curb, we finished our braking. We're in the gas for a very, very brief period. Don't overdo it here. It's too easy to push yourself out too wide. And also, we need to scrub some speed while we're turning quite hard. So if you over accelerate in that section coming here, you're actually you're gonna be worse off by quite a long chalk. So nice and steady in. Nice bit of trail braking here. We need the car to be tight on the inside curb. And we're going to build up the throttle very, very gently. It's a horrible, horrible corner that. It's off camber. You're trying to carry as much speed as you can. So it's that really fine balance between sort of trail braking and steering angle to really get that to work. But once you've got it down, it flows really nicely. And if you hit the marks, you're gonna make that every lap. So we're coming down to one of the fastest turns. Probably the fastest turn, really. And we're aiming for the 50 board just after. We're going to tip the wheel in, but look how light I am on the steering angle. You really, really need to be gentle there to keep traction. The car can easily make it. So, on this lead in to the final chicane, just after the 150 board, there's this little outcropping of sort of dirt on the track here. I use that as my braking marker. I want to keep the car over to the left, brake really heavily, all the way down to second gear. We're on the left, and then we're looking to pick up the second half of the inside curb here. So we don't want to get too deep out this corner. We want to be over the right-hand side of the track. It's very important. And then we're out of the gas, and I clipped the curb here. Ideally, actually, the best thing to do here is not hit the curb at all and build up the throttle really, really well. in the default setup, using this curb is actually really detrimental for your exit speed here. You're actually better off avoiding it as much as you can, just because the way the car's set up. And we want to make sure we have a nice, clean and smooth exit here. Very gentle on the throttle. So easy to lose traction here. And the second you lose traction and you can hear the back wheels going, your exit's really ruined. You need to be slow and steady, not to take too much curb on the right hand side here. Very, very light and gentle and airy on the steering angle. Just keep the car in trim. That's where all the speed is in that final chicane. Slow is fast there. So that was my roundup of Suzuka this week. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please do give the video a like. Please do subscribe. And don't forget, we're into our final 4 weeks to win the final pair of the Asetek Sim Sports Invicta Sim Racing boots. All you got to do is be a subscriber and comment or chat on any live stream during these final weeks of the iRacing season. Best of luck to you. Have a great week, and I'll see you soon. As mentioned at the start of the video, every month we're giving away a fantastic prize from Asetek Sim Sports. All you've got to do for a chance to win is be a subscriber and comment or chat live in any of my videos or streams. I'll pick a random winner to become one of the first people in the world to own a pair of Asetek Sim Sports Invicta Sim Racing boots, shipping late August. Asetek Sim Sports Sim Racing boots allow you to stay unconquered on the racetrack and achieve peak performance. And who doesn't want peak performance?